Africa, she call them poppy with the
I cannot fuck with you, baby, you right. You are not for me, goodbye. You ain't shit to me. Shit to me. You ain't.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique, and today I am going to be doing the what I read in March and April. So I'm pretty late in the year, so I'm going to be just pretty much going over what I read. I was supposed to do one for January and February, but what had happened was I was just busy. I was booked and busy, you know, a little procrastination be having me booked and busy. Anyways, so how y'all been? For the people that you watch my other videos and stuff like that, I know I got like one book review on The Silent Patient, but how everybody been? The people that's invested and the new people who will be invested, how y'all doing today? I'm doing okay. It's my off day. I said I need to get this stuff done on my off day. Let's get to it. First book that I read in March, it was by none other than my favorite author, Frieda Mcfadden. It was The Housemaid's Secret. It was pretty much a book to The Housemaid about the continuing life of Millie. She is a housemaid who pretty much is a problem solver. She get wives out of sticky situations. That's pretty much what the second book is about. Her getting wives out of sticky situations and putting herself in sticky situations and getting caught up, all kind of stuff. But this book, I think I gave this book 5 stars. Oh no, I think a 5 out of 5 stars. This book was like really, really good. Now Frieda got a third book in this series that Housemaid is watching, and that come out June 11th. Yeah, that book came out June 11th, and I will be getting that one. So I'm gonna read that in June. That's on my TBR. But yeah, this is the first book I read by Frieda. The second book that I read in March was actually an ebook. It was also by Frieda Mcfadden. It was called The Gift. It's like a novelette, I think they call it. About a girl who is looking for a gift to get her her husband, and she's like, oh, I'm so poor. Oh, what was me? What am I gonna get my man? And a little old lady pretty much somehow came along where she was working at, and she was like, oh, I own this like thrift store. Stop by my thrift store. You might could find him something that you like. So she get up in there and she looking around. She like, oh, it's all creepy. Imagine this creepy old lady. It's all creepy up in there. She like, oh, I don't know. But anyways, nonetheless, not to tell the story, but she pretty much purchased a gift from this lady. All in all, of course, it ain't Frieda if it ain't a twist. And a twist of a twist of a twist happened, and somebody end up dead within just the 100 pages this book is. So yeah, it's a good book. The third book I read in March was also kind of like a novelette. It was called Exception to the Rule by Christina Lauren. What I tried to do in the month of March was veer off a little bit from the thrillers and the suspense and the mystery and the horror, because my favorite holiday is Halloween, and I just love scary stuff. I can't watch scary movies. I can read a scary book, but I gotta put it down sometimes. I'm like, oh my god, okay, we're gonna put a break on you. But I'm trying to, really venture off into romance. So I've been reading a lot of romance too. It's good, girl. Listen. Anyways, so The Exception to the Rule is a romance novel. It's about a guy who thought he was emailing his teacher in high school, but he ended up emailing another student. And it was on Valentine's Day. So him and the student would email each other every Valentine's Day until, I don't want to tell what happened. But yeah, it's about an accidental email that was sent, and two good friends every Valentine's Day getting to know each other. I ain't gonna tell the story. But I pretty much read those 3 books in March. It was pretty good. Most of the time in March, I was reading The Housemaid's Secret. That took up the whole month. And then I started listening to like some audiobooks or whatever. I was already also in the process of starting some audiobooks, but those 3 books, even though the other 2 were kind of short, The Housemaid's Secret I don't know why it took me 1,000 years to read that book. I was being so lazy in March. But in April, that's when I, really started looking into some romance, you know what I'm saying? So, the first book that I read in April was This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. Oh my God. That book was so good. So good. And I shared that book. That book was like, oh my goodness. It was about a woman named Soledad Barnes, who pretty much got tied up into some crazy legal mess that her trifling husband put her in. Her husband was, I don't want to tell the story because it's definitely worth the read. Her husband was a sick bastard, he was, and he needed his ass whooped, okay? Not to cuss. But I got my iPad here right here for notes. But yeah, so it was about her getting tied up into some crazy stuff that her husband was doing that wasn't legal. And she didn't realize that she was gonna fall for pretty much one of the people. Dang, I don't want to tell the story. She pretty much like fell for this guy. Like, I'm not gonna say no more because like I don't want to tell the. Okay, I know I look a little rough. I look real rough. Okay, so the part that I forgot to mention about This Is Us by Kennedy Ryan. So Soledad man go to jail. Right, and I feel like this is not really exposing it because this is kind of part of the plot. It's like way more to the plot. Soledad's man go to jail, and the guy who's sweeping her off her feet, he's like helping her, like building her back up and, trying to help her make things normal again, pretty much. Also, her man was the breadwinner. Like, she was like a stay-at-home mom. He made all the money, and he made sure that he let her know, like, I make all the money. You know what I'm saying? So when he, going away for his illegal crimes, because they were illegal, he had, she had to kind of like build herself up. So she was like, being an influencer on Instagram. She had two best friends who was like very supportive. They was rich people. So her best friends like pretty much had her back. And pretty much when she was doing influencing, like it was taking off really well. So it kind of go from there also, without telling everything in the book, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's pretty much like she was trying to get her, trying to find herself and get back to knowing her and putting herself first. She did have two little girls by her husband, and damn story. But she pretty much like fell for this guy who worked with her husband. A lot of people didn't like the guy, but she fell for him quick, and he was like the soft, the gentle, I got you if you fall, you know what I'm saying? Kind I read is The Teacher by yours truly, Frieda Mcfadden. I told y'all, this my girl. I have actually, which I'm gonna be recording that video pretty soon, hopefully today. I'm doing my Frieda journey. I'm doing a Frieda journey where pretty much I'm gonna discuss all the Frieda Mcfadden books that I've read. She has several, a lot of them. So I've read a couple. I don't know how many. I've maybe read maybe like 4 or 5. And I'm literally reading 3 of her books as we speak right now. 2 on Audible, and then 1 physical book. I'm reading Never Lie, physical book, and then on Audible, The Locked Door, and The Devil Wears Scrubs on Audible. Hear me out. I love Frieda Mcfadden. Like, she don't have to repost my song. I don't care if she reposted. I'm in her fan group. She accepted me up in there. But whatever. I love her writing style. I just like the way her twists are like, you think you know what the hell going on? You don't know what's going on. The twist of a twist of a twist of a twist is always a twist. And you be like, wait, how do we get there? Like, I just finished this other book, but I ain't gonna talk about it. But anyways, The Teacher, I end up, unfortunately, I gave The Teacher 3 stars. This book was amazing. But it's just something about, and I'll be honest, y'all can read it and y'all can see if y'all like it for yourself. A lot of people love this book. The writing style was amazing. It was great. I just don't like books where the age gap, I don't like books where the characters are like the teacher and the student, because that's what this book is about. A teacher and a student, like being physical type shit. I don't like that type of stuff. Like, that give me the creeps. Like, it just rub me the wrong way. You know, I read it to the end, and I'm like hoping that something, maybe the twist would have like maybe made up for that age gap stuff. I just don't like the age gap, you know, and it don't really give you a hint that that's what it is unless you're reading spoilers. I don't want to read a spoiler. I only like spoilers about TV shows and stuff. I don't want to read the book spoilers, like, because I'm about to read it, right? So it kind of like, I don't know, the end, even the epilogue, like, people are like, oh, it made sense. I must don't have no damn sense, because it ain't make it in my head, because I just didn't understand. Like, I'm like, the epilogue, and not that I didn't understand what happened, I mean, I don't understand why did we have to like endure this type. I wanted it to be something else. Like, I really wanted it to be something else. Like, I don't know, but also it does bring the light to, like, there is stuff like this going on. Hell, in my high school, I went to Thornton and Harvey, and we literally had a gym teacher that was arrested for messing with the kids, the students. So it's like, it ain't like it's not real. It's real as fuck. Like, it's real life that the teachers be out here, you know what I'm saying, messing with these kids. But it's like, lock them up, throw away the key. I feel like the book was glorified because the writing was amazing. Like, the twist and turn, blah, blah, you know, like I said, Frieda got the best twist, you know. But when it came down to it, at the end of the day, let's not glorify, or let's not write more books with age gaps where a 40-year-old is sleeping with their student. Like, I personally cannot get behind stuff like that, because no ma'am, no ham and no turkey. It's not happening. I don't know. I just don't like that stuff. Old people used to give me the creeps. Well, not like right now. I'm 30 years old. If I was not in a relationship and I was out dating, my dating age would not be anyone less than like 27, 28. I can't date nobody. I wouldn't be able to date nobody that was 18 years old and I'm 30. How did we get there? You know? That's just me. Y'all do you. I'ma do me. I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my boyfriend, he is 29. I'm 30, literally. So, I don't know. The age gap stories always give me the creeps. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because the writing was beautiful. The story was good, but it was just like, damn, the age gap. And I got another book that I just read, and that's gonna be on my what I read in May video that I'm gonna record next June. June 1st, which is next Saturday. I'm gonna record that video because I'll be wrapping up the month of May. Because I'm reading one last book in May. I'm reading too many books. So my next book, outside of my rant, sorry for the rant. My next book is what is it? Drop Cover and Hold On by Jasmine Gillroy. Now this book was one of those short novels I was telling y'all about, like the short books. I listened to it on Audible. I just wanted something quick to read after the teacher. Something I'm like, man, I just wanna pick me up type of thing. I just wanted to pick me up, so I wanted just like a quick book. So I found that book on Audible. Like I said, it's an hour. I think it was a quick read. So I'm reading it. I'm listening to it, and I don't know. I think I gave this like maybe a 4 stars. It was about a girl who went to this bakery every day, and she thought the baker didn't like her. She couldn't stand his ass, and one day she ended up she said she wasn't gonna never go there again. So one day she ended up going there. He was like, we don't have no more food, so what you doing here or whatever. I guess he wasn't actually mean to her. That's just what her interpretation was. But they ended up getting stuck in the bakery because it was a hurricane. No, it was what's this? A hurricane? No, what is it?
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
Tornado? An earthquake. y'all, please don't click off the video. It was a earthquake, and a sign had like locked her in, so it was like pretty much them like getting all cutesy with each other. It was a pretty romance novel. It did end like I didn't think it was gonna end like that, but y'all gotta read it. It's a really quick one, and it's like $1 on Audible, so I mean, get the best bang for your buck. But yeah, so far that is all 6 books that I've read from March and April. I tried to see if I read any other books, but it seems like my momentum of reading is getting better. Like, I'm still fairly new to reading. I've been reading since last year. I was reading 1 book a month. Sometimes 1 book would take me like 2 months to finish because I was like procrastinating. But now I've gotten better. I've gotten better. If you stayed this long finishing the video, I really appreciate you. Please stay tuned for more videos. I'm gonna be doing another video next Saturday, June 1st. Can't believe June is already here. But just stay tuned. Thank you so much for your support. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. Talk to me and I do talk back.